comment below. I will stop.
Are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Hold up. The place up. The place up. The place up. The place up. Yeah, from the back porch. Back then with dreams of a stacked fortune. Black kid with dreams by any means to see some cell phone keys to a black fortune. That American pie, he just wanted a portion. Product of that environment that he was forced in. Change course when it's out of control. Feel it down in my soul. Fast forward and foresee that fork in the road. Listen, mention you on the road, foreign car whipping. It's mind bending. Open your eyes, I'm bending the rules. Time ticking. The time's different on a globe where every soul trying to survive in it. That's the main concern. Whole hood celebrate when the tables turn, you see. Feels like I'm on the cusp. Great forever, forever's not long enough, it's just.
The Golden State Warriors begin this game with the basketball. Curry to Durant. To Green. 4-3. And that's the start they wanted here on the road.
Execution is everything. I love the sharpness and precision they came out with in that first possession.
Celtics have it. Irving to Jaylen Brown. Has a chance. Brown shot, no good.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball and go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
Draymond Green will go to the line to shoot two.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Second and three is good. And he hits all three free throws. Kyrie across the timeline. Now down 6. To Hayward. Here's a chance from long range. And Gordon Hayward, zero hesitation as he knocks it down for three.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Cousins to Durant. Trying to cash in, just not going down. Irving with the basketball. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Rejected by Thompson.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Warriors have the basketball to Cousins. Inside, he scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Irving. Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. And finishes. Draymond takes it out on the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Hayward. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Stuffs it down with authority. There's no denying he is a big talent, but he has a large personality.
And his personality gets the best of him at times. When I think about personalities who are able to control their aggression, I think about Marcus Smart, I think about Draymond Green. The biggest key for DeMarcus Cousins, controlling his emotion instead of letting his emotions control him.
To Green. down. Jay, nice look right there.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
To Durant. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Irving. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Personal foul. Team foul number 2. First foul in the final 2 minutes.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. The free throw, good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Irving brings the ball up court. To Rozier. Rejected by Green.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
He made his first effort, but not that time. Thompson, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
To Green. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Celtics recover. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Rozier, offensive board. Another shot stays out.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Here's Irving into the front court. They can get a 2-for-1 if they play this right. From long range, Livingston can't get that one to go. Defense was all over him. Irving into the front court. They trail by 7. And Gordon Hayward knocks down a wide-open look.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Wild shot there, predictably misses. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Gets off the 3. At the buzzer. And it's off the rim. Came so close to draining that one from 3/4 court. But that'll do. Good start to this one. After 1 quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Yes, I do, but the first thing you have to expect is that this game is very similar to a relationship. There are a lot of ups and downs, but you have to be committed to the process. Both teams are committed, they'll find their flow.
A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Count it at the line. Hayward. Kyrie. Off the mark. Well contested.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Rozier. Straight down the middle for 2.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Green. 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Down 3. Aaron Baines powers it through.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To Green. And count the basket.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their...
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1 for the Celtics.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Misses the second as well. Livingston across the timeline. Up by 3. Has a look. Just off the mark. To Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris, strong finish.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Beyond the arc for 3. Irving the rebound. Hayward. That is great vision. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Boston with the basketball. And the finish off the nice step through. Kyrie Irving won a championship with Cleveland. He won a championship for Cleveland in that Game 7 at Golden State. How is he influenced as a player by that title?
Well, I thought he learned how to win at a really huge stage. But Kyrie's always been a leader of his own movement. At times, his voice may have been suppressed because of LeBron James, but there's no doubt about it. When you look at the young players on this roster, when they all rock Kyrie's, you know who the leader of the team is.
To Green. Won't go. He has to find better opportunities.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Irving. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Irving. Shot off the mark. Good defense. That's blocked by Durant.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Has a chance. You talk about forcing things up. Too much pressure that time.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
To Irving. And scores.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Curry down to Looney. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
And he can't convert the free throw. Kyrie with the run. Cashes in for 2.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul
throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
17-footer at the buzzer. Not that time. We've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Celtics have it. Irving to Marcus Morris. And stuffs it down.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Here's Curry with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. Stephen Curry with a look. On the follow. Way to stay with it. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Curry into the front court. His group now down 2. Runner's good there.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Kyrie across the timeline. Our score all even in this third quarter. To Hayward. Rejected by Durant. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Oh, blocked by Green.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Green. He buries it. Double team comes. He says, why not?
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Hayward to Horford. Cousins. Can't connect. Shot was forced. Irving with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Hayward to Horford. Cousins up to block the shot.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Kevin Durant lets it go. A fundamental shot right there.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Horford, open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up. Hayward, nice pass to set things up. And the finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Curry to Thompson. Goes to the right side. Green to Thompson. Brown up to block the shot.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Here's Irving into the front court. Tie game, third quarter. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
First try, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Durant, down low to Cousins. Inside, he scores.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Irving. Trying to cash in. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Irving into the front court. His guys down 3. To Horford. Nice pass to set things up.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first All-Star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
To Cousins. Missed that one. His coach cannot be a happy camper.
Why are you even guarding a bad shooter that close in the first place? This is psychological warfare. Leave him open. Make him think about it before he shoots it.
Green. Can't connect from in close.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Hayward, and the rebound taken by Golden State. To Curry. Durant to Green. Thompson to Green. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Irving. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And the two for Al Horford getting to the rim. Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Warriors with the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Golden State at the controls. Durant to Green. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Knocked loose. Slam dunk. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Durant. Great defense, forcing the miss. Rozier with it. His guys now trailing by a point. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Cousins. Stuffs it down with authority.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Horford had made his first couple, but he misses there. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Add 2 points to the board.
No fading on that shot, strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Celtics have it. No good. The defender was a little too close for comfort. Durant with the basketball up top. His team up by 1. Not going down for him this time.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Slams it down.
Jason Tatum finished 3rd amongst all rookies in Rookie of the Year voting. But I say to you this. I agree with what Jaylen Brown had to say. If it was a one-on-one battle, who you taking, Jason Tatum or Donovan Mitchell? Jason Tatum or Ben Simmons? I take JT every time.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw, good. Finishes off the three-point play. And we're tied up here in the fourth quarter. Boston with the basketball. Hayward to Marcus Smart. To Horford. Gets it in the left corner. Hayward, that's off the side of the rim, no good. Curry into the front court. All even here in the fourth. Green won't go. He can do better than that. Celtics keep possession. To Irving. Driving right to the basket. It's blocked by Boogie. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. And buries a baseline J. Trademark Al Horford. Curry. They'll get it to Durant. Off the assist.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. It's Golden State basketball. Durant. Now that's a contest.
Shoot or shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Curry. They'll get it down to Thompson. To Cousins. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land. He took a chance. That's the right call.
Substitution being made in this one. Active fans to stay with it. We'll get a jump. Well, as they get ready for the jump, someone's going to come away with the basketball. Durant. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Tatum. And the rebound taken in by Thompson. To Green. Count the bucket for two.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Timeout Boston. Barring a 4-point play, this is a 2-possession game. Let's see how they decide to attack this. Steve Kerr will change it up. Irving to Jaylen Brown. Fires the three. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Livingston. Referees called it. That was intentional.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Into the front court, it's Irving. Down two. Marcus Smart, good touch.
Which way do you want it, Ed? Lefty, righty, he can finish with either.
Kyrie with a shot, no good. Overtime begins, and away we go. Thompson to Curry. Down low, Boogie. And count the basket inside.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Irving to Horford. For three, and the rebound taken by Thompson. Durant across the timeline. Leads a bucket. Celtics have it. Irving buries the wide-open three. That's too easy.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Curry can't connect. Knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. It'll stay Celtic basketball. Hayward. Irving. Rebound hauled in by Cousins. Thompson to bring it into the front court. They trail by one. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First try at the line, no good. Good bounce back. Hits his second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Thompson. Deep two there. Won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Kyrie Irving lines it up for two. Not today. To Green. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Irving brings the ball up court. Has a look. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day. To Durant. Second effort. Oh, and a putback.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Kyrie across the timeline. Trailing by 4. It's no good. Great defense.
If it's this easy for the offense, as a shooter, I'm starting to think about numbers like 40, 50, even 60, because that's how many points I'm getting tonight.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Kyrie lets it go. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Gets it in the right corner. To Curry. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And he knocks it down, Jay.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Irving with the basketball. Margins 8. Lets it fly from long range. That one also no good. Curry. To Green. To Cousins. Inside, he scores.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Has a chance, knocks it down from mid-range. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll make sure they're all on the same wavelength here in this fourth quarter of play. changes to his lineup. Livingston. Good. Off a spin.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
4-3. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Kyrie with the rock. Shot from the lane won't go. And scores.
I said this on draft night, that Jason Tatum was the most special player in the draft. Granted, I didn't know about Donovan Mitchell, but it's hard to believe that Philadelphia traded this pick away so the Celtics can have a future star.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Time for some new personnel into the game. Hayward. Irving. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Here's Irving into the front court, trailing by 11. Hayward to Irving. Here's a chance from long range, and a putback slam. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Irving, that one also no good. Deep three at the buzzer. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win it in overtime. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
And it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors were successful in overtime, earning a solid win. It was impressive to watch them battle fatigue on their way to a positive result.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Warriors needed extra minutes to get the victory. It was a remarkable game for the way it ended, but it was also a terrific game overall. I'm glad to have been a part of it. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics finished on the losing end of a close score. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. The Celtics were Relied on these guys for their scoring here today.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
If young Metro don't trust you, hunger.
Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to?
Straight.
Do you know?
You're my best friend. 7-Eleven. We can go legend. 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 Yeah, you're my best friend. 7-Eleven. Yeah, we can go legend. We can go legend. Yeah, we can go legend. We can go legend. We can go legend. Straight. We can go legend. Yeah. With my best friend. 7-Eleven. We can go legend. We can go legend. Legend. Like a phone legend. We can go legend. Yeah. In my house. Yeah. Hear alarms ringing through my house. Got them going. Coming in and out. What you knowin'? Never run your mouth. Look. This not a drill. This the real thing. I do what the feelings. Make my blueprints on my life, got no ceilings. I create the energy that they keep stealing. Yeah, Detroit legend, microphone legend. Yeah, shine a legend. My bro is John Legend. Yeah, all this sunshine, it's still raining blessings. Straight out the Maybach, I'm just fresher than my reverend. Yeah. Oh my God, you out your socks. Me and all my inner circle, we keep thinking out the box. Dog, when life go too hard on you, you gon' go legend and not me. I got no other op. I go so hard, I might wake up with a concussion. The way I piece this together, man, it's puzzling. I do this for the dogs, and nowadays we husky. God is my witness, you look, can't judge me. Oh God, 7-Eleven. No. We can go legend. 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 Yeah, with my best friend. 7-Eleven. Yeah, we can go legend. We can go legend. Yeah, we can go legend. We can go legend. We can go legend. We can go legend. Yeah, with my best friend. 7-Eleven. We can go legend. We can go legend. Legend. Like a phone legend. We can go legend. Yeah. I go legend. I mean Michael Jackson. Hold up, Prince in action. Okay, I'm an original. You just a reenactment. Okay, peace on the flashes. I live that picture perfect life. You live out in your captions. When I was down, I swear they made me feel inferior. Judging me by my outside, that's just my exterior. Not seeing what I was made of, that's my interior. Didn't let that break me, instead I broke the barriers. Oh y'all, praise Allah, that's my prorogue like Bobby, bruh. By Nadia, in my castle like Mario. I get it in my heart and soul. You boys got no cardio. All of my soldiers rock army clothes. Head of my time like Marty though. Watching the Rick and Morty show. While all these bands still on the floor. Came from the dirt, all I had to do was grow. Remember when my got repossessed? That shit had us working like we possessed. With my best friend, boy. 7-Eleven, boy. We
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the smack. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a killer. Nah, playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you. Nah, I laid down the game for you. Taught you how to charge more than what they paid for you. Own the whole thing for you. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you. Gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cuz. Just for the pieces I took off the Monopoly board. Yeah, y'all false claims, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up, what? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a nobody tripping, handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know I'm about to last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the smack. $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, come through fly check, no cosign. I ain't need radio to do mine. I done fine, and I take my time and take my tribe. Every level that I crossed in this game, like state lines, it was visionary. Either I'm genius or it's scary. Maybe it's both in this balance I deliver daily. For every in these streets trying to feed the babies. The single mama's working hard not to miss a payment. And dirty money get washed on royalty statements. Black owners in this game are powerful racists. Young, then the set just doing it makeshift. Out the garage, it's how you end up in Georgia. It's how you end up in penthouses, end up in cars. It's how you start off a end up a boss. It's how you win the whole thing and live with sweat dripping down your face. Cause the mission was last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the smack. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked,
I got the front and in the back. We on the way and that's a fact. This real, this ain't rap. Where everybody wanna act pro-black. The last lie you heard, this ain't that. This, that, I did. Made it out the gutter. Nip told you the middleman. I told you wearing they clothes, I wear my own. Y'all get on, y'all label, I on my own. Hey, Mill, I remember all that game you throw me. Round and get played by the label owners. Talk that to these Adrian Broner. But secure the window, don't let the game post. Cause when it's game over, it's when the game over. And all they do is play the game till this game over. And you be giving game like a big brother mission. Never let them take it from us.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the smack. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and come next. Last time that I checked.
Right now, 24 hours, cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips, bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector, don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie. No. No, no, no. I ain't got no tickets to the show. You should call the fire marshal cause I want all the hello? Dial 911. No time for the fakers. Courtside at the Lakers. She said 20 to sing it. Girl, you know that's every time I link with him. Make a ice on my arm. Feel like a storm. We make 30,000 in these sweats. 20 up next, that's a bet. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. detective, don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check, bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips, bye, bye, bye. OG, lie detective, don't lie, lie, lie.
Told her bye, bye, bye. Don't make I. Got a lot of racks on me. Got a lot of juke on me. Couple M's in jewelry. I'm a rich like jet ski. And I can't buy no flight. Look at my bust down shine. Small just made my flight. Make 100 bands up for the next show. I don't want to tell you that mama was $1,000,000 cash just laying in the floor. All this I saw me dripping. Kicking she tripping. I'm too rich to listen. I'm picking rain still glisten. So don't lie, lie. No you can't stand it. I ask you why. Cut the check or buy.
Cut the check, bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips, bye, bye, bye. OG, lie detective, don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check, bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips, bye, bye, bye. OG, lie detective, don't lie, lie, lie. No, 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 no. I ain't getting caught up with you. You should probably call your jeweler, cause none of your diamonds cold. And they supposed to be froze. Ooh, Gucci on me head to toe. If you lie to me, I gotta let you go. Club, bought a broke bag. 24, time to show 'em what that. Cut the check, bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips, bye, bye, bye. OG, lie detective, don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check, bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips, bye, bye, bye. OG, lie detective, don't lie, lie, lie.
Somebody pop a date. Hold up. Somebody on their way. Hold up. I would've grown that day. Hold up. Somebody can't.
Wait, baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Wait, baby girl, what you doing? What's your name? I ain't play no games. See these diamonds in my chain. Yeah, I took it to the and she for the fame, so I in my range. Ooh, get that money to the top, never stop. That work, ooh, but I'm the man. Cuban diamonds dance. I the friend, I might put it on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Wait, baby, wait. Hop up in this race. No, this not a date. It's a cruise, but don't debate. Wait, it's getting late. Think it's past 8. Took to my place, baby. Me like some. Wait, call Jake. Think I need that. The face. I need to take a break. Wait, but don't be cool. Money stupid blue. Boyfriend is a fool. I'm trying to make you comfortable. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram.
Got you with me. I put the soul in me. Sailor on board my feet. All this jewelry, they gon' notice me. And you know I got that roll on me. I put the soul in me. Sailor on board my feet. All this jewelry, they gon' notice me.
What's going on?
I got what you want, what you need, you know
This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. I live a wild life, don't judge me. In the lobby, walk in the room, then leave with the that in my fault, they want me. I ain't the same guy when I was 14.
This Jordan K54 special event is
So you talking about what? I got nothing, man. I got nothing on no name. No, straight like that, dude. Ain't got nothing for no nothing. Nothing gets to me too close. Ain't got nothing for no nothing. Be doing the most. And my guy design your post. Look in your eyes and I see, hold on, be surprised when you see nothing for no nothing. Nothing gets to me too close. Ain't got nothing for no nothing. Be doing the most. I was ducking. Me and my guy design your post. Look in your eyes and I see, hold on, be surprised when you see. You can't be the cops. I can't play myself out like that. Keep getting that dope. Counting mine, won't be trying to get no on my note. I would die bad on my luck, my dog like farmers go. Ain't been sweet, but neither is me, so my be 300 or more. I keep funds, but I don't boast. I know gonna try me without saying I win. Gonna disrespect the difference, try my straight up out that 6 ain't with what I'm with you getting dismissed. I give a fatal Jada kiss.
Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna, I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Yeah, hands up like black and white's gone. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight song. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna, I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Hands up like black and white's gone. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight song. First off, bow down. Cause this feel like midnight club at D-Town. What's up? Double dishing new keys in the ignition. My hat tipping, Dontrell Willis with the feet kicking. Knees cranking, you see what Pete cranking. Lately been seeing y'all be grating. I mean facing y'all the cheap fragrance. They know me, the phonies. They copy, they jocking, but Groxy ain't just the pretty boy finna end your title reign.
Basketball is quickly becoming a global game, and one region that's experiencing huge growth is Southeast Asia, where a certain player fresh out of high school has begun to make a name for themselves on the streets.
The baller was going crazy from everywhere.
Whole other level. He performed head and shoulders above all the rest. This one is the one out of this world.
All eyes remain on the street ball courts of Southeast Asia, where a player being referred to as the one has begun to show fans how nice his game is.
The one, he is out there doing his thing.
The one was on fire last night. Ridiculous. How is the one doing this?
The player known as the One has been making waves in the street ball courts of Southeast Asia and is making quite a name for himself. Tomorrow, the One and his squad head to the tenement court in Taguig, Philippines, where he will take on some pretty tough competition. If the One lives up to the expectations, he'll likely return home with a vote of self-confidence and a bright future ahead.
Maxo, bust down, Maxo, bust down, seal up, break it down, wear it up, bust down, open up, seal, look, stand up, it's a buzz down, got it in the old name, the buzz, we don't even hear, we just buzz down, got my on the roof, don't make them buzz down, it's a buzz down, run through the grass like a touchdown, play, but no buzz down. Try to take my chain, I'ma bust down, seal up, bust down, break it down, bust down, wait up, 30, 50, 100, seal.
I'm robbing man, cause I know they're robbing me. Just give me one, you ain't got a lot of me. Don't want up, don't even say out of me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. I know they're robbing me. Just give me one, you ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say out of me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. See what? Teamwork made the dream work. Teamwork. Teamwork made the dream work. Teamwork. Teamwork made the dream work. Teamwork. Teamwork made the dream work. You wasn't around, telling my love. Now every day I be counting it out. Screaming your name and they crowding you up. This only be down when you walk. They say ain't no caliber, we be the best. Keep it up, but you keeping it less. Put my chest so I keep me a bless. I hope you burn, sleep in the nest. So that my chain, I feel like the wallets. My whole family like a record. The way that I ball, my name should be smartest. I gotta make sure the money keep calling. I said it, boy, y'all ballers. Couple of things that I need to solve. So then, let my stall. I sick of nobody, no time for no ball. Gotta feel my only son. Gotta feel my little daughter. She cherish everything that I taught her. Worth more than anything I ever bought her. Any and every track, I'm a slaughter. If I come up short, then they come up shorter. No time to fall, don't even bother. Oh, what your if my kids ever bought it, yeah. I shed some tears when I rush. Be hurting inside, I won't notice it. Can't let them give me no notices. Just get off the ladder, no go. When that money ain't talking to win. My piece is hitting like I got a pin. I know these don't want me to win. When it is age, become a trend, yeah. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. Just give it one, you ain't got a lot of me. Don't point up, don't even say out of me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. Just give it one, you ain't got a lot of me. Don't point up, don't even say out of me. I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. Teamwork, teamwork made the dream work. Teamwork, teamwork made the dream work. Teamwork, teamwork made the dream work. Teamwork, teamwork made the dream work.
Lady sister, lady couple, lady, but it's all good with me. They say that I've been in my in and out of the state, but I bring the whole world with me. All of my stringers be loaded, all of my be loaded. Woo! All of my be going at me, that the whole crew and they know it. I start taking and start seeing differently, but just like I noticed.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's LSK, aka Super Saiyan Drizzy. The one has been killing it in Southeast Asia. We're gonna check out some of the highlights from the final win in the Philippines. Yo, the one was killing it. He had a great win at the tournament. Yo, the one just dominating all around now. Man, the future is bright. All right, guys, great win from the one. He's really just dominating all around the world now. And I can't wait to see what he's got for us next. Come back next time. I'm Christopher London. Peace.
Hey, I've been going and going like the Energizer. Yeah, I'm supplying no like Elijah. In the cut, no, my run a compartment Elijah. They say life is a and if that is the case, then I'm finna surprise. And no, I am not an advisor, but I do advise you to pay attention. Never need to mention I'm the heads. Finna push it to the ledge. Yeah, I'm my meds. Ain't got no love for the feds. Can that fan go to your head? Me watch where you tread. I'm finna kill it instead. I'm finna, I can never done it, and I wanna run it, and I wanna keep it going and going like infinity. Be the only entity to ever rip it apart. Finna start like this, finna heart like this, finna make my yes, a minute, no nitrous, do it right, just I've been down this road before. Everybody think that they do, but they don't. Swear to God that they would, but they won't. Spitting riddles in the middle of a pastime. Me and my mom feeling the vibe like, yeah. Finna get it like, yeah. I done made $20 million. I don't flex to be acknowledged.
At this point, it's common knowledge. All you haters been abolished. You in the club throwing dollars, but I'm saving mine so my kids go to college. Or maybe whatever they wanna do. Just as long as they never say, Daddy blew $20 million. Ay, he had the flex to be acknowledged. Ay, he in the club throwing dollars and I cannot afford to send me to college. Ay, Daddy just wanna be loved, just like everybody wanna be accepted. Ay, but somehow he had neglected me and my mama for all of this rap. Ay, no I can up with that. Ay, no I can up with that. Who you know dropped the album back to back to back to back to back to back again. I'm back again and snap again. And that ain't no other way around it. Yeah, it's happening cause I've been living in a world of my own. Leave me alone, I'm in the zone where I've been prone to destroy. You cannot avoid this. Whack have annoyed this. Yes, you know I enjoy this. Preach, yeah, I'm trying to reach everybody in the streets, putting words to the beats. Each one, teach one, yeah, I'm trying to reach one. Who the beast one? That be me on the top to the east one. Tell me how you really want to do it right now. Tell let everybody know nobody heard of this, heard of us. We ain't going nowhere, it's a herd of us. Hold up, roll up. Levitating like I'm David Blaine. Living a dream like I'm David Ames. Talk all you want, we are not the same. Step in the spot that ain't know the name. So more albums my first week than Harry Styles and Katy Perry. That ain't a sign of the times, then I don't know what is. Man, it's scary cause I've been blowing up like C4 and I'm 3 for 3 like a free throw. Anybody hating on the boy, take a step back and then now my phone blowing up like ring. Like ring, 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 ring. That Kevin Durant, I'm a champion. Check the numbers, I'm a champion. Can't sleep on the boy anymore, but the haters that love to hate gon' Star-Lord, champion. Know the name and they know the alias, that's for sure. Gave him 44, now here's 44 more.
I beg man, shut up. Let me see you, darling. My lie, 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 lie. My lie, 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 lie. My lie, 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 lie. I love the weekend, girls up. Let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, girls up. Now bet you can. I love the weekend, girls up. Let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, girls up. Now bet you can. My mommy said I could be anybody. I said I want more money than I'm money. Break bread with that guy who made the Bugatti. Lifestyle is get money, bun everybody. Painting wife, call Bonita something. Bang, bang. One who understands why I'm always. Who told you I can't handle man? You're on the floor, I'm still holding man. Call me talking. Yeah, let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, girls up. Let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, girls up. Now bet you can. I love the weekend, girls up. Let me see you, darling.
I got ball. That's me. I got ball. Nice. Good shot.
Screen coming.
Wait on it. Man, get that up out of here.
ball, I got ball, I got ball. Show me something better than that, baby. It's game time. match up, match up, match up.
Come on, bro. At least contest the shot. Defense! Defense, let's go!
Play of the game.
We got London on the track.
Much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. And give it back, yours again. Back to back in them Ferraris, we stay horse playing. Run up on us and I'm gon' hack. Harvard student doing my taxes, I got friends. I put rings on them hundreds, I married. You see my money and ice everywhere on them. And we each other, cause we don't cheers. But we don't leak out that info, we can't embarrass. Talk to see me, y'all done ain't on nothing. I'm in the stew, I need to go get the. You got 20s, I got hundreds. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pocket.
The one got invited to a private run with some pros and showed out.
Yo, my phone has been blowing up. My feed is blowing up. I don't even know how the one got an invite.
Nobody can stop the one.
The internet is going insane.
It's about talent. It's about determination. It's about work ethic. So it doesn't matter where he came from. The bottom line is this. The one could take on 5 Joel Embiids with those traits that he has and still win.
Stephen A., all I'm saying is the kid comes out of nowhere, does well overseas with some NBA players, yes, but in a private run. A private run. No one's going all out under those conditions. You know, no one's trying to risk injury before the season even starts.
There you go, wet blanket and the truth, just glossing over the issues to serve your own purposes. I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised.
No, it is not the truth. That's the point. Not yet. Go get Embiid. Beat Embiid. Then it'll be the truth. Until then, this is a nice topic on a slow news day.
I don't know you. Max Kellerman, I do not know. Who are you?
Embiid's court, Embiid's crew, Embiid's rules. Not good odds for the one, Stephen A.
Gotta have faith, Max.
No.
You gotta have faith, man.
No. I got faith in the process. I trust the process.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. Yeah. Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. How could you wish you never play me? Had no time for that. Claim it, you got no time for that. How could you move it like you call you back? Leave me alone. Run it out the box.
You're facing off against one of the top centers in the game today, the future of the league, and you're playing on his...
It's barbecue chicken Everybody getting help.
Good board, great board. That won't happen again. You all right, lock in, make connection.
Hands off, get the board.
I got ball, it's all me.
Shot, box out.
Hey, I got ball, I got mine, Joe. Get yours, I got mine.
Oh my goodness, what's going on?
Way to hit.
Hey, match up.
That's a three. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this all day.
And it's all net, no breach.
Cutter.
Get your hand up.
I got him.
All the bricks you got in the crib.
Come on, where you at? Give up the rock now. Give it up.
I ain't missing no more.
I got ball.
I got ball.
Take care of the ball. Get back. D up, y'all.
Hey, threes, please.
Oh, this is easy.
I got your help. Shot, box out.
Oh yeah, good shot, man. Way to hit. Oh, I'm gonna turn my back on this. That's three.
Big finish.
Double team.
I got ball. Pick up. Match up.
I got ball. He working fast. A ball here. Wait on it.
Shot, bro.
Pass shot. My ball. I got the steal.
Me and you.
Shot, shot, shot.
My ball.
Make that, baby. Make that.
Block party. Good D, boy.
I got ball. That's me.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Come on, show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
My ball.
Hey, good contest.
Some for him.
Get through, teammate. It's on your left. Get through, get through.
We go. Trap this. Come on, we got it.
Jumper.
Help me out.
I see you.
Good shot.
Ball. Press some D.
Good block.
I got this now. Let's go. I got him. Let's go. Hey, kick it to him.
Let's go. Pick him up. Go over the top, boy. Over the top on the board. Nice.
Help out.
count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. I know that it's difficult. I'm stacking this paper, it's sort of habitual. I put a residual and f***ing your like it's part of my ritual, part of the visual. But money, you give me a